What is happening, everybody? This is the El-MARCOS-SABE podcast, episode 1. I got my boy Jake here with me. So pretty much we're going to get this going. I'm going to introduce myself. Jake will introduce himself. You guys know who we are. And then, like I said, it's our first podcast. So, take it easy on the first episode. Obviously, I'm Marcos, and I'm from LA. But I've lived in Denver pretty much my whole life since I was like 7 years old. As you can see, I'm a diehard Lakers fan. Really big on sports. I have three beautiful children, and then my wife, and then, like I said, it's my boy Jake. He can give you a little summary of himself too.
My name is Jake. Jake Mays. I'm born and raised here in Denver. Been here for 28 years, so love it. Love being here. Like Marcos, I'm a big sports fan. Always pay attention to basketball, hockey, football, all that. I'm a big Denver sports fan, so I'm always in tune and all that. And I love having conversations with Marcos, because I get a different perspective from somebody outside. And as a diehard Nuggets fan, we have something coming up that we would have liked to discuss, so.
Yeah,
that's me. So.
Sometimes it's kind of biased, but that's what I expect from a fan, But
Yeah.
anyways, pretty much just kind of going with this podcast, kind of getting it going, to keep it 100 with everybody. I did lose my job about a month ago on some bullshit, but it's kind of more of, I think it's just time for me to do something that I like to do, and interact with people and have conversations with people. And like I told Jake, it's more of, I want to be able to have a podcast, invite people, but also keep it real. I don't want nothing scripted. None of this we're gonna do is scripted. We're just gonna talk, keep everything real. And like I told Jake, it's just more of me just following my dream, and obviously him being my best friend. He's always been there, always been supportive. So, who else would you rather have a podcast with than your boy? So,
Yes, sir.
kind of
Yes,
what we're gonna go with.
Mm-hmm.
But Jake knows, as far as I go, life, like I said, for the last month has been pretty hard. But it's just something that happens, I guess. Losing the job that you've been with 4 years, and I just don't want to work for anybody no more. I don't want to rely on someone having a decision on what's gonna happen to me tomorrow or the next day. I'd rather start with this. Obviously, we don't have the best technology yet, but you got to start somewhere.
Yeah, and just live your life. All this. It's shit in life. Life happens. And shit happens, and you just want to try to live your best, and you want to do what you want to do. So I know I'm kind of in the same boat too. I want to start doing what I love and do what I want to do, and with the people I care about and the family and all that. So I think that's good. Mm-hmm. That's a good start to what we're trying to do and what we're trying to go forward. So which I agree. It's time. I think sometimes you could be a little selfish as far as what you want to do. So which is good.
But that's the thing though. When you think about people too much, then you start putting your stuff to the side. And I think it's just time to start putting what I want to do, on the table and just do it. It's just like I said, I told Jake about this. Just after losing my job, I was just in a kind of a dark space, I guess. With 3 kids, it's not easy. Just losing your job and then just acting like everything's okay. I'm the type of person. You can ask him, you can ask anybody. I try to be as positive as possible when it comes to things. I really don't like showing emotion. I guess the questions that I hate most when people ask me is what's wrong, or you good or something. I know people like checking up on you, but I like being the person that checks up on people, not the other way around. So, obviously, I got to the point where it's just I don't know, I didn't want to get into that dark spot. So I remember the first day after I got fired, I went with Jake, and then I was kind of avoiding coming home, but more because of the anger that was building in me. I just didn't want to be, I didn't want to let that out, and a lot of emotions just building. But like I said, it was just stuff happens for a reason, and now I'm even more excited to do this podcast because a lot of things happen in life, that you can't explain. You don't know why it happened, but you just gotta keep moving on. You can't just stay in the hole forever.
Mm-hmm. That's not good, So, but no, that's good that we're get out. It obviously, I think it was something that we were stuck into, you know, the normal work life. But now that we're trying to find our own way of life and I'm trying to figure out our own futures, you know, I think it's best that we explore our options and do what best we want to do, you know, instead of giving in to a company that doesn't give a shit about you. You know, sorry for that.
Yeah. But I mean, it's just true. Like, you want to be able to believe in yourself and do what you want to do. You know, like yeah, like that's the thing is a lot of things that, like the things that we do is like a mistake in life is more of we get comfortable and we're like we get so comfortable to the point where you don't want to try anything, even if that's something you want to do, something you love, you still won't try it. You know, you're just like, you know what, I'm good. Let me just keep chilling. And you know what, to be honest, I was at that point where I was just chilling and say, you know what, because I have been wanting to do this podcast. I kept telling my wife, you know, I've mentioned it to Jake, I've mentioned it to people, and I kept bullshitting, like, nah, I'll do it. Like, I'm gonna do it, and I wouldn't do it. But, you know, it's like, now it's like, you know what, like, what do I have to lose? You know what I'm saying? If, you know, there's, like I said, I could relate with anybody, like, on this podcast. Like, I want to be able to talk to people, like, whether, you know, I know I have people that, they're like, I know a realtor, you know what I'm saying? I have a boy that's like a shoe reseller, you know, I have a boy that, you know, does, you know, things with cannabis or whatever. Just anybody, you know, anything, I don't care. Like, it's just more like, I just want to know, you know, different stories from different people, you know, their backgrounds. But like I said, I want them to keep it real. I don't want like, how I say it, I want the real person. I want the real story, you know what I'm saying? Like, anything they want to bring up, anything we want to talk about, like, I'm down to talk about, you know what I'm saying?
It could be about anything too. You know, we're open to talk about anything, and either keep it private or not, whatever it is. You know, we'll be there and just have a good conversation. Want for you guys to, you know, come along on our journey as well too. So, which would be awesome.
And obviously, if you watch the videos and you guys have something you want us to talk about, like, I'm cool with it too, you know. But I'm pretty sure just based on the people that I expect to come on the podcast, like there's gonna be so many different conversations that I feel like it will relate to each individual. You know, whether even if it's, you know, relationships, you know, family, whatever, you know, because I mean, just topics that are pretty common, like that everybody gets into, you know. But but anyways, but like I said, you know, like Jake knows me, I'm the type of person that, you know, like I'm there for people. Unfortunately, like I said, a lot of people take advantage of that, and I feel like I've learned my lesson, but at the same time, I know how I am, and you know, if someone ever needs help, I'm always gonna help. So,
and that's good. That's always good to have a friend like that, you know. So, you know, obviously, I want to be there for him as well too, and he's there for me. So, which makes our friendship even better. So, you know, glad to be on here so we can discuss about whatever we want and have, like he said, have future guests so we can just talk about anything we want, you know, as friends, as family, as brothers, as, you know, whoever we bring on, we want to make sure it's a nice, comfortable conversation, you know, so it's good. So, and
I don't know, I mean, I guess one of the biggest things that obviously with the podcast is just, you know, like, I don't know, I like talking, you know, like you could ask Jake, like when it comes to conversations, I like talking about anything, and like it don't matter what it is. Like even like I don't care, like even if it's freaking anime, Pokemon stuff, like honestly, like I don't care what we talk about. It's just, you know, anything that's brought up, but like I was talking to Jake too, like right now, obviously, I mean, you see us both wearing, he has his Nuggets jersey, I have my Lakers jersey, obviously. You know, there's a game tomorrow for the Western Conference Finals. You know, you got Nuggets and the Lakers, which, I mean, I would have never thought the Lakers would be here after how they started the season, but
it's crazy, man. Cool. Like, there's a second time in 4 seasons, you know what I mean, that this Lakers and Nuggets meet again. They haven't met since the bubble, so this kind of validates both teams, their directions on where they're going. That I know a lot of people like to dismiss the bubble.
Yeah, but I mean,
like, look at where they're now. It's the same 4 teams that are left, or the same 4 teams that were in the bubble. So obviously, they're doing something right.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
And my thing with the bubble is, like, I don't know why people, how I say, they discredited teams that made it, because in my opinion, like, I think it was harder mentally. I mean, you had to be in a room isolated all the time, and these players, you know what I'm saying, they had to be out there, and, you know, like, imagine just you play a game, go back to your room, play a game, go back to your room. Like, it's almost like you're in jail. You know what I'm saying?
I think from what I remember here, that you barely able to see your family, huh? Your friends, you know, back home, do stuff for you, either your house or whatever property you have. You just can't go home and be in your own zen. You're in a hotel, or you're with your teammates, you know. So Yeah, and I disagree with their saying it's discredit because it was tough. Even the players say it was tough. You know, like they'd go outside and see each other after playing the game, and they weren't used to that. You know what I mean? Or they see each other before the game talking crap to each other. You know?
Yeah.
Or even just like stuff that they're not used to. And then they say there was no like home court advantage, but it was a neutral site, so there was almost no excuses.
And that's exactly what I said though. Like if there's a neutral site, where is the advantage for anybody? Like they're both going through mental stuff. They both, like I said, they pretty much don't have a life. Just basketball, sleep, and eat, whatever. But
yeah,
like not just that, but I mean, like the players were hooping. I think to me it was the hardest championship to win, in my opinion, because everybody was healthy. There wasn't a team that didn't have a healthy like player. Everybody played. If they opted out, they opted out. But the Lakers were healthy, the Nuggets were healthy, the Heat were healthy, the Celtics were, like everybody was healthy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like that championship, to me, like I said, like as much as people want to discredit it, it was. Everybody was healthy at that time. Everybody had their team. They had their star players. And, like the Clippers, they blew a 3-1 lead to you guys?
Yeah.
And they had their full team. Like,
no excuses, man. They had no excuse. They just want to say that they didn't play good. But the Nuggets went out there with the same health, same circumstances that the Clipper has. Well, you know what I mean? So Clippers had no excuse. I mean, Nuggets were balling that year too. Or that bubble was there. Balling the first 2 rounds. They were playing really good. So... But yeah, it was just an even playing field, and especially like I go back to this year, it kind of opened my eyes up to the teams that are there. Like I look at, all 4. You know what I mean? Especially, no offense, especially with Lakers and the Heat. No one thought they would be this far, but look how far they got.
Yeah, and
that just shows what kind of franchises they are as far as. Like I said, they're in the right direction, or they have the right player pieces in place.
Yeah,
and obviously, this is different from the bubble. It's back to normal. But the thing is, look, the same. It's the same
4 teams.
Same 4 teams, and we'll just see what happens, And that's what we're excited for, So.
But as far as like the Lakers and the Nuggets go, I think one of the best Western Conference I've ever seen was the one in 2009 when it was when Carmelo was on the team and Chauncey Billups, J.R. Smith. Mm-hmm. I thought that team for the Nuggets was really good, but that year, man, it was just like I told Jake, if whoever won that series, that Western Conference was going to be a champion anyways. I think either Denver or the Lakers. The Lakers obviously won and then ended up beating the Magic, but for me it was more of Carmelo. Like in that time with the Nuggets was crazy. That's when I became a pretty big fan of Carmelo because dude, like him and Kobe going at it, that was like one of the. Defensively, offensively, like these dudes were on each other like the whole game, going at each other. And
that's the thing.
That's what you want to see in basketball. You want the best players to go at each other.
They took the initiative to guard each other. Like nowadays, I don't see that a lot nowadays. No. You know what I mean? So that's why I made it more of a headline. Like he said.
It was just beautiful basketball, like one-on-one basketball. But like Carmelo in his prime, he challenged Kobe a lot, and I think I know everybody. Well, now say like the real 15 is Jokic in Denver, but Carmelo had really good years in Denver too.
Yeah, he was the original 15, and now Jokic is a new. So it's not degrading Melo. It's just more like someone kind of overtook it, but not really in the sense of the person or the player, just more of what he's done to the game. You know what I mean? So that's how it kind of feels like. I seen Jokic, because. I love Jokic, man, and I love Carmelo, and then obviously when he left, I hated it. But as I got older, I understood more. It was more politics, the basketball politics, more about
just going
home, whatever he wanted to do, And now I see it nowadays, and it's fine, Now that I'm older, I understand what shoe he was in because he wanted to do what he wanted to do, But who's to say he never left? If he had waited a couple of years, what if we never got Jokic? Look where we're at right now, So at the end of the day, he was a big part of the history of the Nuggets, and I think that team with Chauncey Billups coming back, it was a big boost, and I kind of showed him how to try to win, how to get far in the playoffs, and he went to New York and he tried, but I think he just ran into LeBron too many times.
The winning pedigree though was, when you get a dude like Chauncey, because the Nuggets, they had a good team. It's just sometimes you just need that leader that that knows how to win and get you to that next point.
Yeah, because we had AI. Don't get me wrong, he's a badass player. He's probably one of the best scoring guards.
But that never works though. 2 scorers never works.
It was conflicting. What do you call it? Same player profiles. They were conflicting at that. Yeah. And
the production as a team as a whole was they were relying too much on 2 players. That's why it doesn't like that. I don't know, but to me, having 2 good scorers doesn't make your team great. You know what I'm saying? Like hey, you need to have like a dude like Jokic or a guy like LeBron that's gonna manage the floor. You know what I'm saying? And get everybody their shots.
And this and we'll go into the Lakers. LeBron doesn't need to be LeBron of 2018 or 2016 to 2018. He just needs to be LeBron. You know what I mean? A person that goes out there, controls the game and controls the court. And you got to give credit to the role players, man. The role players are stepping up big, and like just what he's saying. You can't have two star players without a bunch of role players. Like the Suns, Suns had no role players. You know what I mean?
But that's the thing. The Nuggets got big additions like Bruce Brown and KCP, man. They like KCP with the Lakers. I love that dude with the Lakers.
Yeah, I'm still baffled at how they gave up him for Westbrook. I'm like, dude, like he just has a dog in him. You can just watch it every day, every game you watch him, and he's the leader. He's the actual fucking leader.
And he makes shots. He makes big shots. Plays defense. Like that's the thing is like people don't understand how big that is. Like the Lakers shooters like on a really low deal too. Austin Reeves, he was undrafted. Like these role players matter. You want to talk about like the star players. You want to talk about LeBron. You want to talk about AD. You want to talk about Jokic. You want to talk about Murray. But like you need to talk about how like like Austin Reeves comes in, makes plays. Rui Hachimura comes in off the bench, makes plays. Dennis Schroeder's guarding Steph Curry up and down the court. And you got like on the Nuggets, you got Bruce Brown guarding KD because he knows how he plays. Like this experience, KCP hitting shots from the corner. Like you spread the floor out. Like if MPJ's hitting threes, like this series is just crazy. Like the matchup is just. It's gonna come down to me. It's just gonna come down to who defends home court better, and not just that, but like critical stops because. I mean, everybody can hit shots. Jokic and AD, they're going to go at each other. You know what I'm saying? That's going to be a big thing, too. The foul trouble. Whoever could get one or the other into foul trouble. And then, because the thing about the bubble is the Lakers could take out AD and then put in Dwight Howard, was, to me, was exhausting Jokic. But then it was just pretty much him and Jamal Murray because Jamal Murray was going stupid in the bubble.
I know we had Jeremy Grant at the time. And MPJ was a young cat. He didn't step up to the magnitude of the playoffs. Now he should feel it because he saw it through Phoenix and he saw it through Minnesota, and then obviously he's 3 years older than what he was back then.
Yep.
So hopefully he steps up. I mean, for my sake, but we'll see what happens.
But like it's funny though because a lot of people like I've gotten this question. I know you've asked me too about LeBron. Like for me, I'm a Laker fan and I'm a Kobe fan. Like he knows this. I love Kobe. I mean, if it was Kobe versus LeBron, I always choose Kobe. But for me, it's like he's a Laker, and I feel like. I'm a root for him. He's on my team, but I mean, I'm not like I told him that the year that I like gained respect and I finally opened my eyes because LeBron obviously he's been great for his whole career, but when I finally opened my eyes is not when he won the championship with Cleveland against the Warriors after being down 3-1, but when he lost to that Warriors team with KD because oh my God, for them to win a game and not just that, but LeBron the way he should have been the Finals MVP. I don't care if they lost 4-1. In that series, but the numbers he was putting up by himself is just ridiculous. Like the fact that he even got that team to the finals is ridiculous.
He was leading all his whole team in stats. So
it's crazy, bro.
It's crazy. And
people don't like. Do you take that stuff for granted? Like LeBron might only be around for 3-4 more years, and then when he's gone, that's when you're gonna be like, oh man, he was great.
And I understand with the like LeBron going to Lakers. It's just part of it is. He wanted to go. And be a part of something special. You know what I mean? I kind of learned to grow to that. You know what I mean? And I know at first, obviously, I think I was just more upset him leaving Cleveland because I have a brother-in-law that's a Cleveland fan. And he was telling me all the ups and downs with it, But at the end of the day, like I talk about Carmelo, he's a grown man. I understand why he's doing it, And look where he's at right now. He's backing it up.
They start thinking about their careers. Like he started getting into movies, bro. Like him moving to LA and Hollywood was a business move. You know what I'm saying? He won a championship. If he wins, and here's the thing, like, if he wins another championship this year, like, who's to say that, I mean, I get his career with Cleveland, with Miami, but who's to say he wouldn't, like, if he wanted to, when he retires, he could retire as a Laker. You know what I'm saying? Because this would be his second championship. He'd be 2-0, you know what I'm saying, in the finals, where in Miami he lost one, in Cleveland he lost one. But if he makes it to the finals this year, and he goes 2-0 with the Lakers in the finals, dude. Like that's like the ultimate like achievement, bro. Because and here's the thing, like, and I don't know, because I mean you're my boy and stuff, and this is something that I always bring up, and like I've been talking shit about it like on Instagram, but like for me, if the Lakers beat the Nuggets and go to the finals and lose, I still feel like it's a failed season. Like for us, it's like, we lost because like that's what you expect. The Lakers, do you expect to win a championship? But like I've told people this, and I know Nugget fans get mad at this when I say this, but like if the Nuggets beat the Lakers and go to the finals and lose, like I tell them they shouldn't be satisfied, but I can see the Nuggets fans being like, you know what, like, hey, we beat the Lakers, but for us it's like we beat the Nuggets, like, oh, we're not gonna be like, oh, we beat the Nuggets and but we lost. Nah, like, we want to win a championship.
Yeah.
And that's what I was saying. Like, I don't feel like the Nuggets should be satisfied because they knocked off the Lakers finally. Like, if they do knock us off, they better go in there and win the championship, because the NBA is just gonna get crazier, bro. Like, this is another scenario from 2009. Whoever wins this series between the Lakers and the Nuggets, I feel is gonna win the NBA championship.
I agree, and I was gonna bring that up too.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I can see the Lakers being either the Heat or the Celtics. I can see the Nuggets being the Heat or the Celtics.
Yeah, I think the Nuggets are the best roster going forward. The Lakers are playing the best going forward. Celtics are playing like crap, but I think Lakers, they knocked down the defending champs. Yeah, you can't say nothing more about that. You know what I mean? So,
and you guys knocked down. The KD and Booker. Regardless, the Suns is still the same team that swept you a couple years ago. Besides Chris Paul, So, I don't know. This series is gonna be crazy, bro.
Exciting.
I think it's gonna go to 7, unless the Lakers still win. And this is the way I look at it. It'll go to 7 unless the Lakers still win of Game 1 or Game 2. And I think they're gonna do what they've done the last few series. So, if you want me, my prediction, I'll give mine and Jake could give his, but I say Lakers in 6. If anything, Lakers in 6. I don't think they want to come back to Denver in the Game 7. I wouldn't want to come back to Denver. The way the Nuggets are playing at home, and that's the thing is, like, that's what I'm saying. Home court is the key to the series. Whoever wins, if the Nuggets go to LA and beat us, or if we come here and we beat them once, like, the momentum completely shifts. I think whoever defends home court and whoever can go on the road and still win, whoever can still win is gonna win this series. Regardless, I just think it's just home court is the key, bro.
Home court is key, and I know. I think right now. I haven't really. Well, I saw all the playoffs, but I can't really. Maybe not this is completely accurate, but from my eyes, I think the Lakers are one of the best road teams left available. Yeah. Obviously Miami too, but I think the Lakers is the best road team, and the Nuggets are the best home team left.
For sure.
So it's gonna be a battle, man, and I like he's saying it's gonna be home court, and Nuggets defend. They play so good at home, but they always have one of those weird games where you just feel like they were gonna lose. Like when Phoenix in Game 2, they looked like they were gonna lose. They didn't come out with energy and all that, but then they pulled it out at the end. Maybe that was a stepping stone for them for the future, or we'll just see if it was more of a Phoenix letdown. You know what I mean? So it's gonna be a really, like you said, home court advantage. I can see the Nuggets taking one there if the Lakers take one here.
I'm gonna be honest. If the Lakers they take one in Denver, it's gonna be Game 1. I think if they take one, it's gonna be Game 1. And the reason I say that is because they seem to want to go with everything, bro. Like first game, they go with everything. Let's steal this one, and almost it's almost like they take Game 2 off. Like, let's just we're gonna go back to LA. Let's just chill. Yeah. And the thing is, people don't talk about this enough, but the Lakers, the way they're planning coming to Denver is cool, because they've been in Denver since I think yesterday. So
really?
Other teams, other teams, they wait till the night before, but these dudes are already here. The mentality, that's the thing. The mentality is there. We know we're playing in altitude. We know we got to get used to running back and forth. We need to go up there now. It's not. 3 days isn't compared to what the Nuggets been playing all year.
I know, right?
But it's gonna it makes a difference, bro. At least going out there and being assertive or asserting yourself and saying, you know what. We know the altitude is going to play a factor, and the energy, could get. We might lose energy faster than we do in LA, so we have to,
They're gonna have to play.
We have to get our lungs up to speed up here,
Yeah, because you can tell, and I texted Marcos during the Phoenix series. Phoenix looked so slow in Denver. They probably weren't prepared to play here in Denver. They almost got one in Game 2, but they do not look as fast as they did at home. And I think at the end, by Game 6, they were tired. Because Game 3 and 4, after playing 2 games here in Denver, losing, they went so hard. They played so hard. They did their best they could to win with their 2 scorers. And by Game 5 and Game 6, you can tell the team was gassed. They were just mentally gassed. So maybe that approach for the Lakers, you know what? Let's get in there a day earlier. Let's get our minds right. They have LeBron and AD, who's been there, done that before. So it's definitely going to be a tough series for the Nuggets. For the Nuggets, I know Jokic is going to get his thing. I know AD is probably the best defensive player left. Best big defensive player. He's probably the best big in the league as far as defense. But I think Jokic is still going to get around 25 plus, because that's just who he is. AD is going to get his too, so it's going to be a battle.
It's about the supporting cast a lot.
Yeah, it's going to be up to Murray's and MPJ's shot making, and then the role players playing their roles. Because we have a rookie coming off the bench that hasn't been this far, but he's been really solid. You know, we got Bruce Brown. You know, he's been around the league. He's been, like you said, guarded KD.
Yeah.
Had to guard Anthony Edwards. You know what I mean? So he kind of has a good flow going on in the playoffs. KCP played with LeBron.
KCP, bro, that dude.
You know, so he kind of knows their tricks.
I love that dude, bro.
Yeah, he's a badass. I'm so glad I'm glad we traded Barton, because Barton from him is night and day. Yeah, Barton can give you 20 to 25 a night, but he doesn't give you that dog. You know, that someone that bad dude, that bad guy that needs to go out there, and if he needs to try to shut someone down. If he can't, he just keeps his head out. He doesn't play low. He always plays up to the competition. You know what I mean? So even when Booker was scoring 40 points on 78% shooting, you know, he never put his head down. He always like, you know what, let me go for him or KD. Yeah. I think Aaron Gordon's the same way. So
you need a dog, bro. Mm-hmm. You always need a dog on the team. If you don't like, every championship team has a dog. Like I said, like even like with the Warriors, obviously it's always been Draymond Green. When the Bucks won, who was it? PJ Tucker, right?
PJ Tucker.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like you need that. Like when the Lakers won their 2 championships, it was Ron Artest. You know, like you need that player that, you know what I'm saying. Like and in all honesty, like Dylan Brooks could be that kind of player. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm the only reason I'm bringing him up because he does remind me of that those type of players. Just, you know, he's just an idiot. He just difference between a championship caliber player like that and Dylan Brooks is these dudes know not to poke the bear, bro. Like they won't talk. Like Ron Artest learned that shit with guarding Kobe, you know, in the playoffs before he went to LA. Like you don't talk shit to a good player, bro. You let them. If they're struggling, let them struggle. Don't even bring it up to them. You know what I'm saying? Like just I don't know. Like I wouldn't say nothing, bro. Just play the game and like.
Yeah, Dylan Brooks. I think he started feeling it himself, and I feel like that was the momentum. Not momentum changing, but it gave the Lakers momentum because hey, LeBron was like, all right, let's do this. You know, these guys want to talk like this. You know, all right, you're following me, and he let you know, and that's why they won the first game in Memphis, and then from there on, you could tell they had the mentally advantage against.
It's because like if someone's dead if someone's just like already tired or they're having a bad game, like just, you know what I'm saying, like just don't bring the dog back. I don't even let them. You know what I'm saying? If they're having a bad game, just don't even say nothing. Don't bring it up. Don't say, oh, he had a horrible game. Nah, just shut up. Let him play. And that's the thing is, like, who can I say? Like, they didn't learn from, like, the Grizzlies didn't learn from it. And then, like, even with the Warriors, like, I don't know, bro. Like, it's just, like, you don't hear the Lakers trying to talk shit about, like, Steph Curry. Because they know, like, hey, Curry, if we say something about Curry, he's going to come out and, like, light us up. Mm-hmm. And, like, Klay Thompson had a horrible series, but you didn't hear nobody saying, "Oh, well, Klay's not a problem." Because, like, when players go through stuff like that, just leave them alone. Don't give them any type of motivation.
Especially with the history with the Lakers and LeBron and the Warriors. You know, him and Klay haven't had the best. You know,
they don't.
What do you call
they
it?
go at each other.
They go at each other a lot. So it could have been easier for LeBron to be like, well, Klay's not playing like crap. He's not the same way. Yeah. But no, he's stayed humble and let's just go out there and play. Yeah. You know, that's how it should be. You know what I mean?
For sure. You don't want to, like I said, you don't want to wake a sleeping giant, bro. You just, just leave
I
him.
think maybe that was I know that was the biggest part of Lakers getting this far. Maybe they learned that, okay, we can take it up an extra notch. Yeah. But if the Memphis Grizzlies, the whole team talking crap, saying, "Oh, we're gonna come back into Game 7." You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm sure LeBron and AD looked at him. You know what? Let's put this on our backs and let's get going. You know
that's I don't know, bro. It's just crazy. Like I said, bro, for where we were at 2-10 to start the year, even when we were at the All-Star break, bro. Like I remember
you guys were like 13th in the West and had like a 3% chance to make the playoffs, and look how far you guys are. You know,
that's what I'm saying. Like, and that just shows you though. You need to build a team. Like you need to build. You don't need a bunch of stars. You just need these pieces that fit. Mm-hmm. And like even the Nuggets, I don't know. I mean, do people really do people consider Murray a star? I don't know if they consider him a star. I know Jokic is a star. I know he's probably. I think the one if he's not a top 3 player in the NBA, then I mean I don't know who is because he's a beast, bro.
I think Murray, he was ascending to be superstardom, but once he got injured in 2021, that kind of set him back a lot. Yeah, and it also set him back in the media's eyes. You know what I mean? Because I mean in the bubble he was going off. Even against the Lakers, he was doing pretty decent. You know, but then the next year that's when he hurt his knee and. We were that's when the year we traded for Aaron Gordon. Yeah. So that trade deadline, I think they only played like a handful of games together, but they look like a really solid team. They look like the team they were this year, you know. Yeah. So I think Murray's ascension was going until he got hurt. So now he's kind of flatlined to where he's at right now. And I think in my mind and Nuggets' minds, we're still got to wait and see if we can keep doing it. If we can just keep doing it, keep scoring like he did in Game 7, or Game 6 in Phoenix.
Yeah.
He was scoring. You know, he was making his shots. And in my eyes, he can be a superstar level, but like a low tier superstar level, not a high tier. You know
I think he falls in the tier of like a Drew Holiday, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like
a scorer,
they're gonna have good games, but like you want them, like as much as you want them to be consistent, they might not be that consistent. But
I think he needs to have a. I think I heard this from somebody, and it's a great idea. The Nuggets are unstoppable when Jokic isn't their best player on the court.
Yeah.
And that's what Murray and MPJ need to step up and learn. And you can even say KCP for the first quarter was the best player on the court. I mean, Jokic was still getting his too. You know what I mean? So
because when he scored 53 and they lost.
He scored 53 in Game 5.
That's what I'm saying. Like
in Game 4, and they only lost by 7. Yeah. That's the crazy part. You know what I mean?
They just need the role players. I think that's true though. Because I had one of my friends tell me that too. He's like, because I would mess around with him like, hey bro, Jokic's about to have like a 40-point triple double, and he would say like joking, but he'd be like, I hope not. Yeah. He's like, because if he's doing that, then that means that we might not win the game because, I mean, he's just doing that much. You know, like I'd rather him go like 20, 10 and 10 than, you know, 40 something and 40, then 10 and 9 or something. You know, like, and like they'd rather get the win. You know, at the end of the day.
We need a team, and that's where. It's kind of a little bit of pressure, but not really because Jokic is kind of absorbing all that and naturally because he's a superstar, he's number. But it kind of falls on MPJ and Murray. They gotta come big. They gotta come with the buckets against anybody. You know, even if they, like you said, they pass the Lakers, they can't be satisfied. They gotta go in the finals either against Celtics, then one of the best defensive team in the league, or the Heat, who has Jimmy Butler, who's going out of his mind. You know, they need to be that, and that's why I'm nervous. I'm excited. I feel off, but then I feel like giddy, you know, we're back here, but it's with the Lakers.
It's gonna be a good series, bro. But I don't know. I mean, I just think, like I said again, it's gonna come down to home court advantage. Whoever can still win on the road is gonna win the series. Yeah. And then, as far as like just everything in general, like honestly, just like as long as AD has a presence and doesn't take nights off, I mean, I think every game's gonna be close in the Western Conference. Because the thing is, like, they both run the same pace, bro. Like they're not both really like super fast. The Nuggets are a little bit more athletic than us for sure, but
we're not the old school Nuggets days where George Karl just get the ball and run. No, we're not like that no more. You know, we kind of have a half court sense with the high pick and roll with Jokic, and then he conducts the offense with that. So the same for Lakers too, you know. But now I saw Lakers. They were kind of doing a lot of fast breaks. Yeah, last game with a lot off their turnovers. You know, they were just go. You know what I mean?
Sometimes they look confused. Like, I hate Shooter on a fast break, bro. That looks so lost sometimes.
But I know Reeves plays good on a fast break.
One thing I wanted to ask, like, why do you think people don't like Jokic, bro? Because like a lot of people, I feel like they hate on him. And my thing is like, dude, this dude don't talk. He just plays the game. He doesn't like get into anything. And like as much as someone tries to just play the game and just focus on the game, people still find a way to hate on him. And it's like, bro, like, he doesn't say nothing. He doesn't talk shit, nothing like.
And I think, and obviously you see people online, the media, all that, they don't give Jokic as much of respect. I have a few takes on it. I think one of them is, I think a lot of people don't actually watch the, like, Nuggets games. Yeah. Now they're starting to get back on the national media again since 2020. You know, they see how good they saw Jokic put up 53. You know, they had none but good things to say. But then a lot of people are surprised. That's when a lot of people's mind, maybe he is their MVP. Well, yeah, he's been doing that all year. Yeah. You know, and that's the thing. People don't watch Nuggets games. I know
even KD gave him his props.
Yeah, KD was like, he's great. You know, KD was, I think that KD is really, really good. You know, I know his personality and his decision making is kind of off, but he's, as far as basketball, he's a good player. And I think a lot of people don't watch the Nuggets, and they kind of, I think they don't really see Jokic like that because he's not a true traditional big. Like, that's why I feel like with the whole Embiid conversation, they were leaning toward Embiid because, he had a great season and he was more of a traditional center.
But their players were better. I think Philly had another star in Harden. Like, they won a game, bro, without him in the playoffs.
Yeah, their first game, and they won game. They were up 3-2. Yeah. And they had no excuse. Embiid was... they could say he wasn't healthy, but if you're on the court, you're healthy. Yeah. You know what I mean? So
no excuses, bro.
Yeah, and Kobe would play like that all the time. You know, that's one person that I always remember that. Oh, he has a broken leg or a messed up pinky or whatever. No, he always
gave it up. That's the thing. He would play like in a hunt, and he would give it his all, bro. That's the thing. Like nobody to me will ever have that mentality anymore. As far as like I don't know, that just that Kobe mentality. Like, just people are too soft these days.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like Devin Booker, bro. As much as I seen him play against the Nuggets, and he looked like he looked the part.
He looked the part,
but he doesn't have the right mindset, bro. And he bitches too much, bro. And it's like, bro, like if you would just shut up and play, bro, a lot of people would be like, hey, bro, like, you know, your game does look like Kobe, you know, but you want to have to win, and that's he doesn't have
that killer mentality. Like, he's like, you know what? KCP's gonna guard me, or I'm gonna cook this dude.
Yeah.
I didn't see that. He would make shots and he would do that, but by game 5, it was kind of going downhill. You know what I mean? And you never seen players like Kobe, even LeBron when he's healthy.
Yeah, when
he
LeBron's
never
healthy.
Dude
goes at it.
And you know, I mean, just Kobe and LeBron at the top of my head right now. I'm sure there's a lot of other players that are like that. You know what I mean? But that's just the thing. You know, you got to have a good mentality, good mindset. You know, and I think that's why when everyone picked Phoenix to beat Denver, I was like, well, I don't know. We'll see. I was nervous because it's KD and Booker for sure. But once I saw game 4, I was like, they only beat us by 7, and KD and him had like 40 points each. I'm like, they cannot keep this up because no one else.
You get exhausted.
Yeah. And by game 6, they were sure enough. Him and KD were gassed.
So what's your prediction for the final for this series? What do you think? I know you're gonna go with the Nuggets, but Nuggets and what? How many games?
So. It's hard for me to pinpoint an exact game, but I think right now, after thinking about it, talking about it, I think we can be Nuggets in 6. But if Lakers win one of the first game 2s, it'd be Nuggets in 7. Just because Lakers is a good playoff road team, and the Nuggets is a good home team. If we lose one here, I'm sure Nuggets are just gonna have to step up and play big in LA, maybe by game 4, game 6.
Obviously, I got Lakers in 6, but if the Lakers,
if you want Nuggets in 6, but I wouldn't be surprised if it goes Nuggets in 7.
I just don't see you guys beating us in LA. So I don't see you guys closing us in LA. So I feel like if you guys do beat us, it's gonna be in Game 7. But if the Lakers win, they're gonna win in Game 6. Like the Lakers will win in 6 if the Lakers win, which I hope they do. They're gonna win in 6. If the Nuggets win, they're gonna win in 7. That's the way I look at it.
Yeah, I think it's up to just said it's up to the home court for the Nuggets. I mean, Lakers, they play good on the road. It's just if Nuggets hold home court, just those 4 games, and it'll be Nuggets in 7. But if we lose one, then it's gonna be tough for Nuggets because I know they haven't won a road game since Minnesota game 3. So that was 2 weeks ago. They didn't win one in Phoenix. So they did in game 6. So game 5.
But now
game 6. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm confused with the Wolves.
Yeah, it was game 6.
Wolves
It was game 6.
But
now, like I said, the obviously, like we talked about, obviously we're both excited about this series. It's gonna be cool. It's gonna be a good series.
Hell yeah!
But it's cool too. The games ain't gonna be too late, starting like at 6:30 every game.
I know. I can go to bed early at a good time. Either mad or happy. I go to bed early. And like I said, I'm not fully confident, but I believe Nuggets can pull it out. Just the way what have I seen. But I'm also nervous because Lakers have LeBron and I got the AD.
I just look at it like the Lakers. To me, we have nothing to lose. We go in there. The Nuggets were the number 1 seed. We go in there as the 7th seed. You know what I'm saying? Like people didn't even expect us to be right here where we're at right now. So for us, we have nothing to lose. We just go in with everything, and if we win, then the story continues. And you know what I'm saying? From 2-10 to where we're at now, like I said, we would have never expected this. And then again, we beat the number 2 seed in Memphis, and then we beat Golden State, the champs. So now it's like if Denver, like I said, for Denver, this is their moment more than it is ours. Like they have to. I feel like they have to do everything they can to win now. Yeah. And for the Lakers, like for me, like an 18th banner sounds nice, but obviously, it's gonna be a tough road. But it's just gonna be this series is a toss up, bro.
And it's gonna go to. I think whoever wins is gonna win the finals, and that's what I hadn't tell you yet, but you brought it up earlier. It feels like exactly in 2009 and even in 2020. You know what I mean? It was Miami and Celtics again, but it was a young Celtics team and a new Miami Heat team. I feel like whoever win out of these last 3 was gonna win the championship. So hey, it might happen again. We'll see.
We'll check it out. We'll see. It's gonna be cool, man.
I'm excited, nervous, happy. I'm happy they're there, but then I'm like, it's the Lakers again. We never, But at the same time, I feel that they have a good team. I feel like confident that they have a good team, a good enough team to compete. You know what I mean? So.
Biggest thing is though, like I don't know, just like living in Denver, bro. Like being a Raiders fan, being a Lakers fan, being a Dodgers fan. Like the wins against, like I don't know, when Denver fans beat us, bro, it's a long year, bro. So we gotta make sure.
I know,
doesn't happen.
Last couple of years, bro. Broncos lost 7 straight to the Raiders, so it's kind of hard, to feel that, But Yeah, maybe another time we can have a dedicated football talk podcast.
Yeah, of
you know
course,
what I
when we
mean?
get closer.
Yeah,
But like I
closer
said, it's
than
not really like the podcast. I don't want to like make it. It's not necessarily going to be just like I said, a sports podcast. Obviously, how we started, we're just talking about just like real, like just life. But like I don't know, man. I guess one of the biggest things is just like I said, just being able to express our knowledge of just everything. Not just
Yeah,
sports,
wide variety,
just life in general.
Yeah, and a lot of people know that we talk a lot about sports, but we know a lot about it.
We be having some deep ass conversations,
Yeah,
bro. But like
not even just us, but our other friends, siblings,
yeah.
coworkers, old friends, new friends,
Like
family.
one of the stories like that I always bring up like when I talk to Jake too is like I remember about like what was it how long has it been like maybe like 7 years since your grandpa passed away, brother?
It'd be 8 in August.
8, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But like it's crazy because like the night that his grandfather passed away, I was like I wasn't even I don't know I was just driving in Montbello going toward like just going home, and for some reason I told my mom I was like, hey, drop me off at Jake's. I was like I don't know why, like just drop me off, let me go see what he's doing. And I get there, and his grandpa, it was like his last, like pretty much getting to his last breaths.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I like here's the thing is like nobody like I don't even think I talked to Jake that whole day, and then
no,
I just showed up that day, and I was just like what the hell?
Yeah,
like,
he just texted me, hey, I'm here. I'm like, okay, and then
I didn't even know his grandpa was like in like that stage, but or that much into that stage, but
yeah, I
was just crazy like the way things happen in life, like it just things happen out of the blue, and it's just like man, like I don't know, like. I don't know what told me to go there, why I was there, but I mean, I was there, you know what I'm saying?
Vice versa, too. I know with your grandpa as well. That same day we hung out, too. That morning we had breakfast and we went to the park. We were just hanging out. You know? I remember when it was happening, I felt bad. I didn't want to be with you because, I wanted you to have everybody be like, no, come on, just come. And I was like, okay. And that showed me that you had that level of comfortability in me being around you and your family, and I appreciate that,
It's because there's moments, I mean, this is life is like, how can I say, life is just so hard sometimes that you just need, someone that no matter what's been there for you through, like, they've seen you through your ups and your downs. Like, right now, no bullshit, like, I feel like I'm at my lowest as far as, like, how I feel, like, with everything that just happened in the last month. Like, I mean, luckily I've been able to, like, to handle some shit, but it's just, like, how can I say it, when a man feels like they can't provide for their kids, you feel like worthless, in a way, and worthless, and you're angry about it, you feel mad, sad about it, but you know what I'm saying, like you got to do stuff about it, like I am doing like my side jobs and stuff, but again, like I got to this point where it's just like, you know what, fuck it, like I want to be happy, I want to do what's gonna make me happy, I want to do what's my dream, and I'm gonna do it, like when I say like I don't know, bro. Like, if you have kids, you just know, you want to give them everything in the world, and like when my son or my daughter ask me for this and that, obviously right now, like I said, in the situation I'm in, it's like it's heartbreaking to me, bro, because I don't like telling them no, and it's like it's one of those things where like I want to give them everything, and I know I can't right now, but it's like, you know what, like for me, it's like, you know what, it's cool. Like I'm gonna go through this chapter of my life. And from here, it's just we're gonna go up from here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
and you never know, man. When one door closes, another one opens.
Yeah,
maybe it's one of those times in life, and we're kind of in the crossroads of figuring out our futures and all that. But hey, like I said, one door closes, another one's open. And you probably didn't really see it because we were stuck in the same thing over and over. But now that a new door is opening, it can lead to something maybe even greater.
I feel like that's the thing too. Like. For me, I don't like I said, me, bro, I don't like people asking me, like, how's everything, and I don't even like telling my business, but, like, even with my girl, bro, like, for, like, the support that she's giving me, bro, like, it's cool, because honestly, bro, like,
that's awesome.
Sometimes I'm like I never, like I said, I don't feel alone, bro, but, like, I just feel like, she's always there, so I don't feel alone, but I feel like, I don't want to put my problems and make her think about them, you know what I'm saying? Exactly, like, I'd rather deal with them by myself. Yeah. And even though I know, like, in my heart that she's there, it's just, like, I don't want her to stress about it. She already has enough, bro, like, when I was working, having to deal with the kids every day, that shit's hard, bro. That job is hard.
Yeah.
And I just, like I say, like, maybe I don't love her the way she wants me to love her, because the girls want to be loved a certain way. Maybe I don't love her the way I love her, but that doesn't mean that, like, I don't love her with everything I got, you know what I'm saying? But it's just, it's just, obviously, people show different love.
Yeah.
And it's just like I appreciate everything she's done, obviously, and you know, obviously throughout this last month, it's been hard, but you know, like I said, life knocks you down, bro. But you know what? Fuck that. Until I'm knocked out, bro. I'm gonna keep getting up, bro. You know what I'm saying? You still gotta keep going. You gotta, you know, life's a marathon, bro. You know, like you just gotta keep going and finish that shit, cause you know.
Yep, and we have that good support system. Like you have your, like you said, your lady, your kids. You know, I have my lady, my family. You know, so just having that good support every day, daily, goes a long way. You know, man. Maybe, you know, someone watching this, just know that as long as you have the good support, you can go far. You know, it could be your family, friends, you know, someone you just met a couple months ago and you guys are really cool. You know, your longtime friend. You know, as long as you have that support, someone there to willing to help you and get through things, and that's amazing. You know what I mean? So,
I don't know, bro. Like, there's just certain things like, and that's the thing. Like, I don't know if you feel like this, but like when it comes to conversations, like with your significant other, you're just like, there's certain things you like, you know, you could talk to them about, but you'd rather talk to like your homie about. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like you're not comfortable talking about it. It's just more of, you know, like when you have a man-to-man conversation, go have a man-to-man conversation. You feel me? Like there is things, you know, like
things it's hard.
It's perspective-wise, I guess. Like the way you both think and seeing, hey, bro, was I right for this or was I wrong? Like, you know, let me know.
Yeah, and even like for like woman to woman, you know, I'm sure it's similar, you know. So, and it's like you said, nothing bad. It's just maybe a different perspective and what you need to see. Maybe someone outside of the situation can help you find a better solution or just to help you get through it, you know. So, but. Yeah, that's true, and just like I just keep saying, you know, having that good support system, whether it's your partner, your friend, your family, you know.
And then one thing, bro, like I've been getting it a lot from people is like they tell me like that I never look stressed or I never look mad or nothing, but it's like for me it's just not necessarily like that. I like hiding my emotions, but it's just like I said, bro. It's just I don't need people to worry about me, you know. Like you know, obviously people are gonna worry about you, but it's how can I say like I don't want pettiness, bro. I don't want people feeling bad for me, you know what I'm saying? Like it's more of like, bro, I'm gonna figure this shit out, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
I agree.
I don't as much as, you know, I appreciate people wanting to help, as much as I appreciate people reaching out, whatever. Like for me it's like, you know what? I'm gonna do this shit, bro, because you know what? Like I'm not gonna wait for like someone to come and give me the hand. Like I didn't ask for anybody to give me the hand. I just say, you know what, fuck this. I'm gonna get up and life is gonna continue. I'm gonna keep going. And once I get to where I want to get to, I'm gonna look back at this moment. I'm gonna look back at this last month, and I'm gonna be like, you know what? You know, I needed that. You know what I'm saying? Like I needed that because it built me to where I am now. You know, and
definitely.
And that's all. I mean, that's all it is, bro. Everything in life is a lesson, bro. You know, like
it is.
It's just don't get comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Like tomorrow's a new day. You know, yesterday is yesterday, bro. Leave it in the past. You know, and
tomorrow's a new day. Yep.
And the thing is, like, a lot of people, like I told you, like when you worry too much about what happened in the past, you're never gonna move forward. You're never gonna look at the future, bro, because you keep looking back and hoping for that again.
That's true.
And maybe that wasn't your peak. You know, as much as you wanted to feel that was your peak, it wasn't your peak. You know, you got to keep going.
We're still very young. Everybody is still young. You're never too late to do anything. You know, so I kind of agree with that too. You know what I mean? Like, just always have to keep going straight. Don't ever look back. And I've felt victim to looking in the past and all that. But at the end of the day, I just think about it. I sit there. I'm like, why am I worried about it when I got to worry about the future? You know what I mean? I got to start making moves, you know what I mean? And do what I want, do what I have to, and do what I need to, you know? So that's a big lesson in life that I think everybody will learn eventually. Or if they haven't, then, or well, if they have, then it's a good, I'm sure they're pretty far in life, you know? So.
And then that's like, it's true though, like what people say, like, as low as I felt, bro, like, I think it was my cousin that sent me this, like, as low as I felt, like, financial problems really isn't the biggest problem in the world, you know what I'm saying? Like, while I'm here, I could be here complaining and crying about, oh, I lost my job and, you know, this and that. But there's somebody in a hospital bed right now with, like, 2 minutes to live and shit, you know what I'm saying? Or, like, they're not going to make it past tomorrow. They're sick or something, you know? Like, no matter how low I felt, there's still worse scenarios, bro. You know, like, it's crazy because you don't think about that, but it's true. Like, there's worse scenarios than what I'm going through, bro. Like, this is just more of like a financial thing, bro. Like, and you know, but there's people, like I said, that they might not make it to tomorrow or to next week. They have bigger problems than me, bro. Like, no matter what you think, you know, is going on in your life, somewhere in the world, someone somewhere in the world is going through worse than you. You know, like regardless. I mean, especially if it's something financially, you know, because someone's losing their life somewhere right now, you know,
That's horrible.
and
it's
just
really unfortunate,
but it's like there's like I said, there's a lot of worse situations that I could be in, and you know, like I said, I'm blessed to have the house that I have, and you know, to have like the relationships I have with people, and it's crazy, bro. Because the other day I was talking about it too, like because you remember like you've asked me about like how like I feel like with like about God and stuff, you know what I'm saying? And I told you, you know, like stuff happens, bro, but like I never doubt the plan, you know. Like even though all that stuff happened, bro, all that like to me that was all like it sucked and it put me in a shitty situation. But not once did I doubt or did I say, oh, like come on, God, why'd you do this to me? You know, like nah, bro.
That's
like
true.
I don't get into that because you know what? Like at the end of the day, instead of like me saying, well, come on, like blaming God, like why'd you do this to me? It's like, have I thanked Him enough for everything He's given me? You know what I'm saying? Because I have a lot more than I lost my job, bro. But God's given me so much more, so much of a foundation that I could just be like, you know what? Like, why am I gonna blame God if I probably haven't even thanked Him enough? You feel me? Like, I haven't, you know, and it's the truth. Like, as much as like God's put in my life, as much as God's done for me, like, it's like, why am I gonna blame Him for one thing? Like, that's not like, and that's a problem with the world, bro. Is people don't thank God enough, but they're quick to blame Him for everything that happens in their life, and it's like, bro, like, when you had everything, you took it for granted anyways. You know what I'm saying? So it's just showing you they could take it like it could be taken from you like that. You know, it's just you got to be humble about situations that you're in, and humble about where you're at in the world. You know, and like never look down on people. You know, always learn from the older people. Obviously, because like life's all about learning. You're gonna learn from different people every day, and whether that's just learning who a certain individual is and deciding whether you like them or not. Like a lot of people get sensitive about shit like this, but like they get mad like, oh, I don't talk to so and so no more, or, you know, like, or this, like I only talk to them for like a week and then they stop talking to me. But I mean, I don't know if you look at it like this, but this is the way I look at it. Like certain people just, you know, they'll come into your life, but it's just like they're only meant to be in your life, bro. Like there's people that are meant to be in your life for a day. There's people that are meant to be in your life for a week, for a year, for a month, and all of a sudden, like, bro, before you know it, they disappear. But I think the reason for that is once they're done showing you the lesson that you were supposed to learn, that's the reason. Like they were only there to show you something that you're like to open your eyes to something. Once you learn that, boom, they're gone. Because I mean, you could think about so many people that you've met, and all of a sudden you don't talk to them no more, and you wonder like what happened? Like I didn't fight with them. I didn't have a problem with them. It just disappeared. But it's just like their duty or whatever their whatever reason they were supposed to be in your life for is over with, and they're gone. You know, and that's it. That's done. Like what they fulfilled what they had to fulfill, and that's it. Like you just gotta, you know, you're gonna meet more people and shit.
Yeah, and everybody has their own ways of life and stuff going on in their life too. You know, so that's also another thing that's, you know, that it can contribute to that too. You know what I mean? That they were there for you at that moment in time, but now they have their own journey to continue, and I have ours. But when we meet up, that's when it's the best. When you meet up again, and it feels like nothing ever changed, and that's when it's real genuine, a genuine friendship, you know, relationship, you know, family wise or whatever. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that's a good way to look at it. You know, instead of blaming everything and everybody or blaming God or whatever. You know, just, you know, take it as life lessons, and you're trying to move forward in your new journey, you know. And I'm kind of seeing that even to this day, you know, being on this planet for 28 years, you know, I'm seeing that daily, you know what I mean? So
that's
a lot of challenges in life that you got to overcome, you know.
Yeah, so you got to live. That's the thing, bro. And it's like when I went to California, even though it was only for a couple of days this past week, it was more like I don't know why, but my mind started thinking like this. But because obviously we picked up a family member for my girl. And they were taking pictures with the uncles, and they're like, nah, next time. Like, they kept saying that. I just noticed it, you know. They kept saying next time you come, we'll take a picture. Next time you come, this. And then, like, right there, that's when I told him, bro, I don't know why. It just came out of me. I was just like, you know what? I like, why don't you just take a picture? He's like, why next time? Like, what if, like, because it's true. Like, I told him like this, what if you're not here next time? Or what if he's not here next time? Like, what if we don't know if we're going to be here tomorrow? Like, instead of saying next time, or instead of saying we'll do it, like, later or soon, like, bro, like, you need to start, like, we as people, and I do this, and this is me too, like, this is not just, like, you guys, but, like, me, personally, I do that a lot, and then like that day, that's when it clicked in my head. Like I gotta stop doing that. I gotta stop saying next time. I gotta stop saying tomorrow or this because. Like, I don't know who's going to be here tomorrow. I don't know who's going to be here next week. I don't know who's going to be there next time I go visit somebody in another state. I don't know if they're going to be there. Like, do stuff in the moment because before you know it, people are gone. And, you know, after that, all you're going to do is look back and be like, I should have done it, you know? And it's like,
that's true.
I'd rather, like, just do it in the moment. Like, you know what? Like, I get it. Like, a lot of times it's like people are like, oh, I don't have the money for it. Like, okay, but we don't have to do nothing for like that has to include money. You know what I'm saying? Like being together, you know, going to the park, anything, something simple, bro. Like just to create memories. Because at the end of the day, when you die, that's all you're gonna take with you is your memories. You're not gonna take nothing else. I'm not gonna take this jersey. I'm not gonna take this hat. I'm not gonna take this house. Like unfortunately, I'm probably not even gonna be able to take my kids. You know what I'm saying? I might like hopefully in another life. I mean, I'm with them again, but you know, you're not guaranteed to take nothing. The only thing you're taking is your soul and your memories, and that's it. So might as well build your memories because at the end of the day, those are priceless. You know what I'm saying? Like definitely. as much you can have millions of dollars, but if you're not doing anything with it or experiencing life or making memories, when you die, that $1 million is just gonna be there anyways. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be gone anyways.
Yeah, life goes on too. That's the crazy part. So try to make the best of it now instead of after. You know, or even think about on after. You know, just try to do the best now, which is really good to think about, you know.
Yeah,
so
it just like I said, bro. Just a lot of thinking, bro. Like,
yeah,
I don't know. I mean, I think I don't know if it's a guy thing. I don't know if girls do this too, but I don't know if you ever just come home from work, bro, and you just sit in the car for a little bit and just kind of contemplate things or just think about things like, what should like, you know, just, you kind of, in a way, you stop and just kind of like, where am I right now in life? Like, am I doing what I should be doing, or like, can I do something better? This and that. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, really, reality, bro, in life, there's a lot of things you could get better in, bro. Like, for me, I could be I think I'm a really good dad to my kids, but I could be a better dad, you know? And with my girl, you know what I'm saying? I'll be honest about that, bro. I'm not the best, like, when it comes to showing love and stuff. Not, like I said, and that's the thing is, I show love but a different way, bro. Like, I'm not like, oh, I want to hug you and do all this, you know? But, like, I love her, bro, but I know I don't show it enough the way she wants me to show it, you know, and you know that's things, you know, I gotta learn too. But
as long as your intentions are right.
Yeah, that's the thing is that's the thing, you know, like I love her, you know, and I know I love her, but it's just more of like I love her with everything I got, like I said, but I don't love her the way she wants to be loved. And that is the thing is like there's a difference. Just because I don't love her the way she wants to be loved, that doesn't mean I don't love her. I love her, but it's just in my way of showing it, you know, and it's. And a lot of times, that's the thing people get confused. Is like it's not that someone doesn't love like a certain person. It's just, you know, people show love differently. You know, and it's not. And as much as you feel they might not be giving you their all, they might be giving you all the love they have. They just don't show it the way you want them to show it. You know.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
But I don't know, man. It's just like I said, life is crazy, bro. And there's so many things in every day you can learn from, and
every moment in life. Everything you do, I've kind of learned that too. Everything you do in life can drastically change your future. You know what I mean? And it seems small in the bigger thing, or it seems small now, but later on you notice, oh, if I didn't do this, maybe this wouldn't happen. Or if I you know, don't go outside, or you know, if I explore something that I like, then I won't be able to do something that I love doing. You know, or if I go here or move another state, then I won't find a better opportunity. I'll just stay here and stay stuck. No, I mean, don't, you know, that's the thing. You don't want to be afraid of change and all that. And, you know, everything that happens in your life, it could possibly change, you know. So it's good to always have that mindset of, you know what, I'm not going to worry about yesterday, I'm going to worry about tomorrow, today and tomorrow. You know what I mean? And I think that's a good way to learn. And I'm still learning that too. You know, I still have a lot of things I'm going through, obviously life and all that. But at the end of the day, I know I can do better. I know I could be better, and I have the right supporting cast and the people around me helping me out all the time. You know, so that's what helps me keep going. And I just keep thinking in my head like it's crazy. I see people around, and it's so easy for some people just to give up. But me, I can't give up. You know, I have to keep going, keep moving on, keep persevering, because at the end of the day, all we have is one life to live. You know, and I love doing the things that I enjoy. You know, I get good satisfaction out of it. You know what I mean? I don't want to lose that. You know, it sucks. I don't want to lose it. You know, so why am I going to sit here and complain and be sad and give up, where I can just keep moving forward and keep doing the best I can for me, and then obviously my relationships with my partner and my family, and all that. So that's just a good life lessons that I'm learning, and just piggyback of what he's all saying. Just going through life every day and treating people how you want to be treated. It's very awesome. And that's why it's awesome to be able to come and have good conversations with all kinds of types of people, because there's all types of people in this world that are different. Everybody's different. You go to the store, you go to a sports event, you go to the mall, you go to school. Everyone's story is different. Yeah. And you can't judge on them by how they are or what they look like, but you kind of understand where they came from and see how good of a person they are. You know what I mean? So that's just life is crazy. And I've learned now over especially the last few years since COVID, everything could have changed, it could have changed in an instant, and it kind of did. But now it's getting back to normal, and it's getting back to that ways. And, and I think this newer generation hopefully will see that and understand that, So
and that's the thing, bro. COVID too. The big thing was like, we didn't know who. Luckily for me, I didn't lose nobody from my family through COVID. And too, that's that's a blessing in itself. Yeah. But one thing that I was gonna bring up too is I don't know. This is just a lesson that I always learned too from listening to my dad and my grandma too, and my grandpa when he was around. But a lot of us, we complain about jobs and stuff. Which, me, obviously, I lost my job, and screw them, whatever they decided is on them, and that's exactly why I'm doing this podcast. But anyways, a lot of you guys that work, regular jobs, there's nothing wrong with it, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. There's not, I work a regular job, you know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with it at all. One thing though is a lot of us that complain, because I'm even at fault at that, of complaining about making $20 an hour, 22, 23 bucks an hour. You want more, but when my parents lived in California, bro, when my parents lived in California and my grandparents, my grandpa and my grandma were only making maybe $2, bro, or lower than that, and they were supporting my 4 uncles and my aunt, you know what I'm saying, living in California. And it's California's expensive, bro. Even back in the day, making $2, who's gonna live off of that,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And for them to support their kids and to strive forward, that's what I think, bro. I do things, and I told my grandma this too, and it's I'm gonna do what I want, what I can do to be successful, because you guys did it with much more less than I did, and I gotta from where you were at to where I'm gonna be at the end of my life, I gotta make sure that at some point I could help you guys. I can help you just relax and not have to worry about nothing, because you've been through a lot already. You know what I'm saying? With her losing my grandpa and just everything, and life probably felt like it was crashing down on her too. But from the foundation that they built, like I said, not making a lot of money, coming immigrants from Mexico, and all of a sudden I need to make sure that I get to the point in life where not that I need her to say I'm proud of you, but for her one day when when she reunites with my grandpa, whatever, they could look down on me and be like, you know what, he made it. You know what I'm saying? He everything we sacrificed, it motivated Marcos to get where he's at now, and look at him now. That's how I wanted to end at the end. At the end of the road, I could complain about everything, bro, but what my grandparents did, making as little as they did, then supported all their kids, had a house and everything, is man. Yeah. I better get my ass together and better do that shit too, bro. Because like I said, there's I said, people are in tougher situations than even right now how I am.
Yeah, I know, and you have a good support system and a good family, So, and I know you're a great person, and you always want to strive to move forward. You know what I mean? So, this job, the last job we were at, you took our chance to promote, to get promoted within, but at the end of the day, we saw their true intentions, and it's and you know what? You don't want to be dwelling on something like that. You don't want to be stuck in something like that. You want to do something you love, do something that makes you happy, and it will make your family proud when they see it. You know what I mean? So, and I kind of feel the same way now too, because I'm trying to figure out my future still, and I have a few plans in mind, but I got to do it. It's up to me to do it. You want to do your things, it's up to you to do it. You know what I mean? So. Yeah. And it's good that we have it's obviously good to have people around that have good goals and good a head on their shoulders. You don't want to be stuck with people that have bad intentions or for sure. Doing the wrong things in life, so which is good,
No, man, but it's just like I said, everything you do in life is gonna be a lesson, and
Yeah.
Like I don't know, even then, bro, even though all this has happened, like I feel like you've come a long way, I've come a long way in life, and
No,
you know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's just the bump in the road, a big bump, but shit, you know what I'm saying? I got, you know, just change the damn tire and keep it moving, because, you know what I'm saying? It's just going to happen no matter what.
And some people find it fast. Maybe they find it when they're 18. Some people find it when they're 40.
Yeah.
You know, at the end of the day, as long as they're happy, they're successful. And I feel like if they're happy, they're successful in life. You know what I mean? So I'm starting to learn that more too. I used to always think about, oh, I gotta have money. I want to be this. I want to be rich. I want to be like, oh, but no. At the end of the day, as long as I'm happy and I'm feeling really comfortable in my situation, my career, and all that, then that's all I can ask for. I don't need the whole world. I just need enough, and I need to make it happen. You know what I mean?
For sure. No, and then that's the thing, bro. Just, you know, just always just keep your head up and just keep moving forward, bro. Definitely. Again, like the past, I mean, as long as you let it weigh on you, it just gets, like I said, just, it's like anything, like, just like if you hold the water bottle, that's not, you know what I'm saying, it doesn't get heavier, but the longer you hold on to it, it feels like it's getting heavier. So if anything happens in your past, let that shit go. Like, let that shit go, because like the weight of that on your shoulders, eventually it's just gonna be too much for you. So it's better just to go, just move on. Like, and that's the thing, like, I kind of just said fuck it. Like, after all that happened, like, I went through the weekend, you know, being really upset, but then I just said, you know what, like, if I keep pouting and keep fucking, you know, like, hoping for a miracle, like, nah, hell no, I can't be like that. I gotta just do it, you know, I just gotta move on, because they don't care about me. Why am I so worried about them, you know? Like,
exactly. Yeah,
I just gotta go. But anyways, like I said, you know, like, this podcast, we're gonna try to do at least 1, maybe 2 episodes a week. But it's just something, like I said, it's just, like, obviously today, you know, we went through sports, about life. You know, introduction, but just anything, you know, like, if anybody, you know, if has suggestions of what they want us to talk about, or, you know what I'm saying, when we have guests, you know, whatever they want to talk about, I'm down to talk about. Like I said, none of this is going to be scripted. We're just, you know, this is what we love to do, you know what I'm saying? We love having these kind of conversations, you know, keeping it real, and
can be deep, fun. Anything. We can do anything, fun, serious, deep, emotional, all that. You know, we'll get to it, but, you know, maybe that's what we have this platform for, to let it out, just to have a good conversations as well, you know. So
yes, sir.
Which is good. We can talk about whatever we want. You know what I mean? Next time, sir. Like you said, we could talk about Pokemon, or
you know what I mean? Or, no, just anything.
Yeah, we can talk about football, or work, or, you know, we play basketball together. We can talk about that. You know, we can talk about a league coming up. You know,
I just want to figure it out. Like I said, the audience. I kind of just wanted to. I want, like, my podcast to connect to everybody. You know, not just certain people. You know, like, I wanted to do, like, honestly, I wanted this to connect to dudes from the hood. You know what I'm saying? Dudes that are freaking, you know, rich. Yeah, like, I wanted to be like, I want that connection with that warehouse worker. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I've been there, you know what I'm saying? I want that connection with, like, anything, with a realtor. Like I said, anything. However, whatever you do, whatever you grind on, whatever your job is, like I just want to be able to have that connection. And, you know, because I'm saying, like, I might have been through a situation that you've been through a situation that I've been through, or maybe there's situations that we both don't know about, but, you know what I'm saying? We help each other understand them, you know what I'm saying? But, but anyways, like, thank you guys for joining today.
Yeah, thank you guys. Thank you for.
Again, this is Jake. Marcos. This is the EL-MARCOS-SABE podcast, and we'll see you guys next time.
We'll see you next time. Peace. Have a good day, everybody.
Yes, sir.